Good Tuesday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Dave Snyder at the National Weather Service with Alaska statewide weather. Things have quieted down substantially across Alaska. Precipitation has dried up across south central. Southeast also drying up, with high pressure sitting just to the west of Haida Gwaii at 1,023 millibars. And the winds have settled down, at least in most places along the south and west coast. Still looking at a breeze from the south and east. That should continue until at least tomorrow, and winds will start to die off a little bit, and may still be a little bit breezy, but perhaps not as windy as it has been. There's some areas of dense fog out there around St. Paul and St. George. Looks like a wide swath of low-hanging clouds sitting right across the islands with a frontal boundary parked off to your west. That will eventually change a little bit more. Still looking at a warm southerly flow moving into the Bering Sea. And dense fog across the upper Yukon and the upper Tanana 40-mile country. Looks like some of that fog will last at least until noon tomorrow. A dense fog advisory posted for parts of the eastern interior through tonight and tomorrow morning. Tonight's forecast shows a frontal boundary sitting across the Arctic coast, draped across the Yukon, and going all the way down into British Columbia. That's keeping the bulk of the very cold air away from Alaska for now. High pressure sitting across south central, the Yukon Valley, and parts of the Copper River Basin at 1,021 millibars will keep a light southeasterly flow moving into south central Alaska and Kodiak Island. With that, do expect an opportunity for some light rainfall, especially along the coast, but most of the interior looks to be mostly dry. In fact, many tomorrow will have an opportunity to see a lot more of the sun than you've seen probably in the last week or so. Patches of light rainfall possible across southeast, but by and large, things look pretty dry for southeastern Alaska as we head through Wednesday. Frontal boundary still sitting out across the central Bering Sea, draped all the way from the Gulf of Anadyr to just about the Waikay Delta, and the Alaska Peninsula will slowly creep eastward. Another storm system back behind that, creeping into the western Aleutians, will drop to about 973 millibars. As that advances a little bit more on Wednesday afternoon and evening, the leading system will start to fall apart, and the system to the west will take over, and that circulation will strengthen a little bit more as it reaches the coast of eastern Russia. The triple point still west of the St. Matthew Island waters, and the frontal boundary swinging through Kiska and heading for Adak and Atka with a chance for some light rain and snow. Most of south central, the interior, and the north slope stays dry through Thursday with high pressure still in charge. Look for a few showers there across the western parts of the Gulf of Alaska, and still looking dry in southeast. With Alaska statewide weather, I'm meteorologist Dave Snyder. You can find the latest weather information online anytime on Facebook, on Twitter, and YouTube, and always on weather.